This is going to work. Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. I'm just fussing around with this. I got this little craft iron, and I have not tried it yet or plugged it in. And I'm thinking I should probably let this heat up a little bit if I'm going to try to use it. I'm a little, I'm not prepared. Not totally prepared today. I overslept. I had my alarm set and I hit the stop button instead of the snooze. Now I don't even know. Oh, there we go. Okay. I turned it on. It's beeping. Okay, it's got a little holster it sits in while it's heating up. Now I got that because I wanted to, I had some, oh, there it is. Okay, I had some lace drying in the kitchen and it's not quite dry. So good morning. So I feel like working with fabric and fiddling around with fabric today. So we're going to be doing a couple of things. I have two journal covers or journals sitting here that I really would like to work on. But some of it's going to be looking at fabric as well, because I'm just not sure what all I want to do. So I've got little bits of things that I want to use in the one journal. And the other one is a cover that I need to get myself moving on. And I did throw some stuff away this morning, so I'm very happy with myself about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to use my sewing machine. But that's always set up, and that's right here. And then I have this cute little tin of sewing threads and whatnot. That's right here, ready for me to use if I need it. What I can't find is my needle threader. So not sure how that's going to go. Got a couple of pin cushions. This is project number 2 if I get to it. So I really wanted a fabric journal for a couple of reasons. I've got a collection of buttons, I guess you'd call them. They're not a button like we would think a fastener kind of button that we have on our clothing. Not that kind of a button. The buttons that have the little metal, like a tie tack kind of a button. I have a collection of those. It kind of happened quite by accident. I purchased something and there was a bunch of stuff in a bag, like a grab bag. And some of these things were just so cute, I couldn't get rid of them. So I put them in the drawer, and then I went to an estate sale and I saw a couple there. Or I was at this market and I saw a couple there. So it just kind of has mushroomed a little bit, and they're all just sitting in a drawer. So ideally, I'm thinking I would like to have them in a book, in a journal of some kind. Then fast forward, watching Janet Nash. And for those of you that may not know Janet, she's a content creator on YouTube. And she's got a little chubby fabric journal that is just delicious. It's just the cutest little thing.
I'm taking Jenny.
And I want something similar. Now, mine is bigger than hers, but the idea is pretty much the same. And she said her pages are fabric. So then I recently was able to meet Jersey Laura, who some of you that will join me today knows. And she gifted me some fabric, and I thought I can use those for the pages in my fabric journal. So this is the beginning of it. Now, I didn't do it in proper order, so some of this may have to be dismantled and redone. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But Joyce Boring made me this beautiful crocheted bow, and that's going to go right on the front of this journal. Now, on stream, I did make this journal cover, which you can't really see because I have this fabulous trim on it. Now, this trim I purchased from Pearl, and her channel is called Pearl's Finds, and I'll put all these things. Hey, good morning, Teresa. I'll put all these things in my description box. But I used a bunch of batik fabric and just sewed squares together on this. This is a bedspread, a quilted bedspread that I picked up at a thrift shop. And I really liked it, so I wanted to keep it. Now you can see, thanks, Teresa. I sewed this on crooked. I was all anxious. I sewed the edges because it was, kind of starting to undo itself. And so I just stitched it down. And then I was digging through something and I saw Joyce's bow, and I've been waiting for a place to put that. And I just love it right there. So that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to. Now, Janet Nash, if you watch her fabric journal, I think is only about that wide. At least it looks only about that wide. Well, this is really crooked, Teresa. So mine's a little bigger, but that's okay. It's mine, right? This I think I'm going to just glue maybe in. I'm hesitant to cut it again because this is annoying because it just unravels. So I've already got it stitched there. So I may just glue that in and trim off, these little bits here. But you can see I haven't decided on inside fabric yet. And when I met Laura, she gifted me, I think I said this, some fabric. And I wanted to make pages out of that fabric. Yeah, I was thinking about a closure, Teresa, but I don't know that it's quite long enough because I really skimped. But I have a magnet too. I could maybe just do a magnet closure. So we'll see. And then you know what? Once this starts getting chubby, it's not going to work because I'm planning on this being a really chubby journal like Janet's. So I'm just pinning this here. So now my pages. I do have my pages, I believe, somewhat prepared. Look, they're starting to curl up. Anyway, this front piece of fabric here, this is from Jacqueline, Lovely's Crafting Lodge. She sells on YouTube every Friday afternoon at 4 Eastern. Yeah, that's true. Or I could just sew on some other fabric. We'll leave it open. We'll leave it. I'm not deciding. I'm not deciding right this second. But I know I have to do something with it. I know this fringe is going to be annoying, but I just love it on it. So that's going to stay. So this was a piece of some kind of a linen that she dyed in what she calls her ominous. And so I have that. And then I had this little piece of sheer fabric that I just loved because it's got these little embroidered leaves on there. So this is going to get stitched together, I believe. That was my plan. I haven't done that yet. And then I was just taking apart this, which has some tatting on it. And I think this is going to go on the edge of this page. This is a lot of I thinks. And then this is the fabrics that Laura gave me. Now, see, I'm not a sewer. I like fabric. I like playing with fabric. I like touching fabric. I like buying fabric. But I'm not a sewer in that. Years ago when I was in high school, like we're talking a lot of years ago now, you take a home ec class, or at least you used to when I was in school. And then you get the bug, maybe you want to learn how to make some clothing, and oh my gosh, nothing ever fit me. It was just terrible. It was a nightmare. So I didn't piece this together. This is how it came to me. And you can see here, I didn't do a great job, but I'm just putting fabrics together to make pages. This one Laura gave me, I didn't realize it at the time, but these are all little birdhouses, which I did realize that because she told me, but they're all have shimmer where the gold is. It's all shimmery. So these I try to really take my time because I've done pages like this before and they're always cattywampus and never lay flat. So I tried really, really hard to be better at it this time. Now there's not, as you can see, not many pages here. So I'm probably going to add to this, but this is the beginning. This was the back of a book, the spine of a book, and I cut off some of it and I just liked the way that looked. So I thought that's going to go on my page. I thought I had more pages in here. Now, even when I measure, nothing ends up exactly the same for me. I think it's a personality flaw. And then I think I will stitch this. I think I want this stitched together. I know I stitched this. Maybe I don't. Maybe this is some painty fabric that I did. So I stitched on the sheer part. Now I need to remember. See, this is the other thing. Remembering what I want to do. Now I bought a bunch of those little clips. See, this I trimmed. I just cut it off. I wonder if I can. I think I can just scoot that in there if I take my time. Now, I don't really care, at least at this point, too much about stitching and having the stitches show. I've got red on in my sewing machine, and I kind of like that because you can see the stitches. This gal I follow, I've been talking about her quite a bit, Amity Bloom. Her name is Nazareth. She is a content creator, and I love her work. Look, I have the naked thumb again today. My nails are acrylic press-on, and they don't seem to like my nail as much as the other ones do. So I'm struggling with my thumbs. And now I feel like I'm all thumbs. So I'm just going to fiddle around with this a little bit and see if I can get this. Now I may use some glue today. So I've been saving little bits of fabric and different laces and things that I might want to put in this journal. Now, what I haven't figured out is I should get up and go get them. My buttons. I don't know if they have a certain name. Like they're not all like you know how you get those political buttons, badges or whatever that people wear during election or when you go to the polls, the workers there might have a big old button on. Some of them are like that, but they're not all like that. Some of them have that tie tack kind of a fixture on the back. So if I attach those to a page, first of all, the page has to be pretty sturdy, but I don't know that I want to see the back of the pin. But I also probably want to be able to get them on and off. I don't know. So I was thinking of making like a curtain or something on one of the pages. I mean, I need more than one page. Maybe I won't put them all in. There's no rhyme or reason to them. They're just, if I like them, I bought it. Not the estate sale I got locked in, but a different estate sale when I was checking out. Yeah, but I wanted to fit in my book. They had a bunch of jewelry and earrings and stuff by where they were collecting the money. And I saw some of those pins. Hey, Jacqueline, good morning. So, a couple ended up in my bag. Well, I think I can probably get to them fairly easily. So yesterday I had a couple of avocados that needed to be disposed of. I thought I had more, but the husband got to them and apparently didn't hear my instructions. No, I need them to die. I'm going to leave this a little longer. I can trim it later. So I didn't have as many as I wanted, but I remember someone saying somewhere along the line, if you want to increase, hey, Gail, good morning. Okay. No, that's good. Take your time. Jacqueline's got appointments. Are you at the office, honey, this morning? You got meetings and stuff, or did you take leave? Inquiring minds want to know. That's not quite long enough. Well, here's another little piece. This could go on the other end. Oh, I kind of like that. Now you had to take leave because you got so much going on. Oh, boy. Oh, first day of school. Oh, my gosh. August 14th. My daughter, our daughter, I always say my, but she's our daughter. It's back to school on Monday. All right, so I'm not going to pull my pins out because I said this is probably mostly going to be a fabric oriented, show morning. Hey, Joyce, good morning. Okay, so now I have this. Oh, that would look pretty here, wouldn't it? Hold on. Wait a minute. I should just keep my. There's Killian. Hi, Kel. Now, this was the edge of a handkerchief. And I cut out a portion of it. I think I put it in my bonus daughter-in-law's journal. And I'm thinking that will look cute, right like that. Now, what I want to try to decide is, do I want to trim it. Do I want to leave it this way and glue it down and then, stitch these in? Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to machine stitch my pages in. I might just only have these few pages. Machine stitch my pages in, or hand stitch, like pamphlet stitch them in. Or do I want to move this over and just cut this, or just leave this? So you put it on that fabric you can iron it on, so it's a little stiffer than it would normally be. But I like that contrast on the dark page. Now I've got red stitches here from putting that book label on. Or do I want to? Hey, good morning, Andrea. Do I want to put it here? Oh, I kind of like that. I was watching some girl. She had like a piece of batting, and she had like long, narrow rectangle pieces of fabric that she just laid down and just started stitching them. She laid them right up against each other and just started stitching them on. Then she took one of those rulers. They have a special name. They're like this, but she had a big old one. I bought a couple when Joann's was going out because the price was crazy good. She had one of these big ones. What's this called? An Omni Grid. And she just flopped that down and took that wheel cutter, which we also have somewhere, but I don't think our blade's too sharp. And she just, and then she ended up with a quilted, then she stitched all the way down and then across. So she made a quilted square. Yeah, it has been a while, but I don't expect everybody all the time. So, like, are you doing okay? Are you doing okay, Andrea? So I could trim that out. I could trim that out too. Maybe I'll do that while we're sitting here chatting a little bit. So, I need to find, and that could be in our sewing bin. I mean, we do have a sewing tub, like a container where, you keep your needles and threads and stuff. And I'm always snitching stuff out there. And I don't really get in trouble, but I do hear about it a little bit. So you're fine? Okay, just so I know, right? Life gets away. I've actually had somewhat of a life the last few days, which is very unusual, really. Really, really, really have almost no life. Not usually ever doing anything, but we've had a couple of things and out of my routine, and I've got lots of balls up in the air. But I'm not going to get stressed about it. We're having a house guest in a few days. So I just need to get the master bedroom under control. That's the most important thing to do. Our spackler still hasn't been back, so we have that. So because of that, my large shelving unit is all emptied off, and I'm going through. Kelly Ann is coming to visit. Kel, I didn't look ahead at the weather. I'm hoping we have good pool days because I'm really wanting to go to the pool. Anywho, I'm not going to worry about the mess in the kitchen because I'm going through boxes. I'm pulling stuff out that needs to be dealt with, reallocating some things, that kind of jazz. And I'm just going to take my time. as much as I can, because the husband, he gets a little cray-cray with a lot of stuff sitting around. Now, this was the edge of, I think, either a little hanky or maybe a little napkin, a cloth napkin, and I just love it. So I couldn't throw it out. So I need to find a place for this to go in my book. That's not enough of a contrast. Might look cute there. Now I have these little clips because I want to be a sewing person. I want to be. Where did I put my little clips? I have them in a long, narrow. There they are. They're not all fabric sewing clips. I got some from Johnny, and then I bought more because, you never have enough. Okay, Kel. Sounds like a plan. I forgot about Kettle Cove Day. So I was watching this gal, man, she was zipping and she was clipping these little things, and I don't know how you sew and use these babies, but see, now that can get sewn on. That's okay. I used to call my neighbor every day, and at times I would complain, but I don't have that anymore, and now I'm complaining the other way. That kind of looks cute there. Maybe I'll just clip this on. So that's okay. He needed to chat. That's just fine. I know sometimes as someone who a fabric journal, Cal, that I can just start stitching in, favorite things kind of because of Janet Nash and her little chubby book. Now, see, I don't want to throw this little bit out either because isn't this fabric beautiful? I got this from Jersey. Maybe this is going to go right there. So I'm not sure what it's going to look like. This is my cover. But I need an inside. Now, I was digging through, we have a cedar chest that was gifted to us from my husband's aunt and uncle, and their son didn't want it, and we love all that kind of stuff. Not as much recently as like when we were in Pennsylvania, we were really into the primitive. Well, I still am. My husband's changed his mind. Primitive kind of look. So we took it, and it's huge, and it's in our guest bedroom, which now has turned out to be my husband's bedroom. Apparently, he doesn't like snoring. Yeah, let me hold this up. Can you see it well enough? It's just delicious, absolutely delicious. So that's where I keep my yarn, a lot of my yarn stash. So I was digging in there, and I found this fabric. Well, it's not really fabric. It's well, it is fabric, but I think they're curtains. I think it's a valance of some kind. Or as my neighbor would say, a valance. Never heard anybody say a valance. It's always been a valance to me. The naked thumb. So I'm thinking I might like this inside my cover, but I'm not sure. Now my cover is blue, but see, it's hidden so much. And I just love the check. Gingham. Yes, gingham. Thanks, Gail. And it's nice. So I'm thinking it's kind of a gray green. I'm thinking this might be a good inside cover. Now, because I'm ahead of myself, and it's got all this stitched on already. Now, I could take this out and redo it because it is crooked. See how crooked? Brr. So I might end up doing that, and then I could stitch this on, and just instead of hand stitching. This might be a project for when I'm watching the Phillies lose. Mm. All right, so I'm just kind of putting things aside that I want to put on these pages. And I've purchased some lace and fabric from some of the girls that sell online. Now, Pearl had these little bags of laces. She made the bags and she just pinned on these little like swatches on the front. So, this is just a little piece of cotton, I guess. And then she cut out the little bits. Look, New Jersey. I just noticed that. Nevada, New Jersey. And I guess she glued them on. I'm not sure. I don't see any stitches. But this is going to find a home in this book. Now, I've got a lot of bulldog clips in here with these fabric clips. I think I need to find a different home for the bulldogs. But our daughter was such a big help to me. She emptied off that shelf for me. See, now look at this little one. Michigan and Arizona. I might not need two of these in here. So this one I'm going to leave sit there. So back to the, this is a cloth journal inspired by Janet Nash. She's got a smaller one. I think hers only really is about maybe this big, like a 4x6 or something. It's really little, but super chubby. Like when she holds it, it looks like George Costanza's wallet. If any of you ever watched Seinfeld. So I just want to be putting in little bits of things that I love. So this I'm going to glue on. So I'm just going to do that right now while I'm thinking about it. So I'm just taking my fabric glue. Now this I ironed onto a piece of like interfacing. So this was the outside edge of a hanky. Now that's the other thing. Don't even talk to me about hankies. Oh my gosh. My neighbor gifted me her mom's hankies. I think I've said that before. And it's something her son doesn't know I have. So shh, don't tell. I'm not giving them back. Oh, I should have trimmed that out a little more. Okay, it is what it is. Relax, Laura, relax. All right, so that's in there. And so then I took my back to the avocados. So I took my avocados. I struggle with avocados. They're either too ripe or they never get ripe. Okay. I don't know. He wanted her wedding ring, which is definitely feminine. So who knows? I think he wants anything that's he thinks might be worth some money. He wouldn't want it for himself. He would want it to sell. Anyway, I would like to make a journal out of the hankies, but hankies are big, and I just haven't in my mind figured out how I want to do it. Anywho, so I took my avocado pits and skins, what little I had, and I put some water on them and made up my brew and dyed some lace. So I want to get some of this in the journal as well. Now this is still a little damp. Well, it was a ring that's a whole nother story. It was a ring she already had gifted to me. And he pitched such a hissy fit and badgered her so terribly, she asked for it back. And I can guarantee you he's not wearing that ring and probably has sold it. It's just how it is. And everybody told me, don't give it back, don't give it back. But she couldn't sleep. She could not sleep. That's how much her son badgered her about it. Okay. Even her family doctor said to her, he's going to sell that, right? So, anyway, I don't know if these nails change color. I don't think they're the change coloring nails, but I feel like the tips of my nails are getting darker. Anyway, so this is still just a little damp. I did a bunch of lace, but I have my little iron out. I was thinking I might try to dry it off the rest of the way, but okay, Andrea. I know, shame on him for sure. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So this I'll let dry a little bit more, I think. I don't think my iron is too hot. That looks like I was cutting meat on a. All right, so I purchased some other fabric. Now this fabric is from LyndeeKay, and these are quilt squares, which I think, now going through all the stuff that's been packed on my shelving unit, I just found a bunch of boxes, like cracker boxes, cereal boxes. Well, the cereal box I threw out because that's kind of big. But the other, this is like, my sleeping habits are just terrible. So I was awake at 2:00, like wide awake. So I'm sitting at my paper trimmer, trimming off these cardboard boxes. And I'm thinking maybe I could put these on and make journal covers. But I thought these were just darling. Now, maybe a couple of these, let's just see. Maybe I could make some pages. Hold on. Yeah, if I fold one of these and then, give it a pretty, and I could trim that, these would be easy pages. I could add a few more pages. So let's see, isn't that one yummy? Look at that. Now, if I go all the way down to the end, oh, that's the other one. Okay. I need to leave myself enough room for, to sew it. I don't have to sew the top because that's a fold line, right? Oh my gosh, I bought these pins. I'm so attracted by color and shapes. It's just silly. But I bought these pins. I have to see if maybe I can return them. These, unless you're very, very cautious, they bend. I've had 2 or 3 bend in half. The one I was even, putting it in paper. So, this I could trim, and then of course, I'll leave an opening so I can turn it inside out. But if I get my fabric pen, one of my fabric pens, see these pens, if you put heat on them, the ink disappears. Not that you'll see it inside, but see, I can mark here where I want to stitch. Well, right around there. I think I need a little wiggle room here. Oh, I'm glad you thought of that, Lori. So that one can be a page. See, they're not sharp. It's the same old, right? You get what you pay for. So that'll be a page. Look, this one's cute too, right? Oh, this one's got a different kind of backing. See, that other one was plain. She was only asking a little money for these, like maybe $1 or something. Maybe not even, maybe 50 cents. I don't remember. This is kind of crazy there, but it's still a cute page. It's got more of that fabric in there. You know, I got more of this. She was selling a couple different, several different panels. Now, wait a minute. Where did I put the other? Get myself. She had, oh, here it is. Let's see what's in this one. Hi, April. Now, this one, the back isn't finished, which is okay, right? Hello, Jassy. I don't know why Jassy has to talk through you. Is she afraid of me? Why does she come in here and talk to me? I'm not sure if I like this as pages. We'll see. Never done any like squares like this, sewing squares together. I just think for me it would be a nightmare because I'm so not a measurer. But I saw somebody, now my sister has one, a girlfriend who really is not a sewer, made her, I think they call it um, a rag quilt, like a blanket, it's not for a bed, it's just a throw, like that you can wrap around you when you're sitting and watching TV. And so the stitches and the hems are on the face side of the. I think I would like to make something like that because it's all exposed here. It's like so cool. Okay, I'm not feeling. I like these, but I'm not feeling them for pages in this journal. I might go back and do another one of the other stack. So I have those. And then my youngest sister is talking about maybe making angels. She wants to sew angels. And she was asking about patterns and stuff. And LyndeeKay had this. Now this is huge, so I guess I don't think I'll open it all the way up. But of course it's all Christmas. So we've got a tree, we've got the manger, but I mostly got it to show my sister. Look, isn't that cute? It's got those little angels. So I don't know what she's thinking size wise, but I thought I could maybe gift this to her. Okay, Gail, good luck with that. Oh, I hate when your PC's grumping. So we might have a project there. I don't know how many or might, oh, look, there's some more angels. I don't know how much it's a pretty big piece, but I'm loving these little doves too. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with this, but there's plenty of fabric there to work with and have fun with. And then there's Pearl. Oh, I love pearls. I love Pearl. I would like to hug Pearl. I love supporting her. See, this is a different package. This has all little bits in here. Let's just see what's in here. See if I see something I want for I'm going to call it my Janet journal. Jessie is watching on the big screen in the bedroom and not able to chat. Now she wants to. Yeah, sure. Well, we could get together and do that. We should plan to get together with her, Kel, while you're here. Oh, look how pretty this is. See, look how yummy. Yeah, yeah, that's going to go somewhere in that. So you don't have to have a lot. Like Jana will have just a little scrap of something. and she'll stitch it on. But she also makes like little fabric envelopes. Janet is just, she's just amazing. Look how pretty this is. Okay, welcome back. I'm thinking I need to find some darker fabric and make a couple other darker pages so I can put on, pieces like this. A little bit of black. Now, what I was talking about before with, oh, that's pretty too. Pink. Oh, look how pretty that is. I just love lace. You weren't live? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Now, this one, I don't think Pearl made. Maybe she did make it. I'm not sure. But the other ones, I don't think I have them out here. And then see, this is what she did. This is like, just clever. You're sitting and you're, cutting out little things, and she just glues them onto it, and then she just pinned it onto this bag, onto a bag, and it's just so cute. You got stuffing all around? Oh, I could eat some stuffing. I'm hungry for some stuffing. All right, so let's see what I purchased fabric-wise from Pearl. Pearl sells a lot of different stuff, largely fabric and lace. Oh, look at this. This will make a full page. I forgot about that. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, here's one. See, she makes this kind of stuff. Here we go. Look how cute that bag is. And then she just takes a couple of strips and pins them on. This one she's got it pinned on with an old-timey button. Crazy good ideas, girls. Crazy good. That's what I should have named. That's what I should name a stream. Crazy good ideas. But then, of course, you got to have some ideas, right? Working and watching is not as easy as it sounds. Working and watching. Look at this. This reminds me of wedding stuff. This satiny, old-timey satiny. That's probably, oh, I didn't cap my glue. Oh, I keep forgetting to do that. I said not to good and not to cap the glue. All right, there's a little piece of yummy. See, and then she like wraps it around her fingers, and then she puts that. Oh, she's just she's so clever. She's so clever, that Pearl. A piece of that could look yummy somewhere. Okay, now ideally I'm looking for something dark to make a couple more pages for my book. And then I can stitch them this afternoon. Watching while I work. Do. Look, and to make a drawstring bag, I always thought you had to have them going different ways. But I think she just sews a little channel and then probably puts a pin on the end and wiggles it through. I think this is just one thread. And look, you just pull it and squish it. And I like how she makes the top of it so tall. Love it. Love it so much. Love it so much. All right. So now this, I think I had a clown outfit when I was younger made out of this kind of fabric. And you didn't need to know that, but, there it is. I'm just sharing. sharing worthless information. Now, this, of course, is solid. And I could make a page, I guess, but I'm just not loving that one so much. I don't know if this was a bundle. Like I'm just thinking to myself, why did I buy this piece? I don't know. This could have been a bundle. She does bundles. This is a Debbie Mum for sure, because I have some of this. I think I was telling you all. Yep, mum's the word. Now this feels softer than what I have. I can see myself standing at this in this Goodwill, not my normal Goodwill. I was out somewhere and saw a Goodwill and went in. Was sitting on the floor, a great big clear plastic bag, and it had all types of fabric like this, like farm, in fact, like this. Chicken coop. Some look like corn on the cob, all different. And I picked it up. It was heavy. It had so much fabric in it, and it was to make some kind of a wall hanging. Oh, really, Gail? Oh, that's sad. And it was $5, and I thought, oh, I actually set it back down, started to walk away, and thought, you know what, don't be stupid. For $5, just get it. I still have tons of fabric, but this was one of the patterns, one of my favorites. This is Easter, so I don't think I'm gonna put that in. Now look at this. This is just, I never saw fabric like this. This is got this kind of a backing on it. I don't know what you call that. This is so soft. Now it may look green, but it's a lovely, like British tan. And the darker spots are just a deeper, darker British tan color. There's quite a bit of it here. This is definitely going to be a cover. It's just so delicious. So delicious. It's real pliable. It doesn't feel rubbery or like vinyl or anything. And then she, will trim so two people can get some. She'll take a hanky or a cloth napkin and just cut it so you can get the design. It's a little too big for this particular project, I think. And this is pretty. I think I might want this for a page. Now, a lot of times she'll pin her little. Yeah, it's not fuzzy though, Cal. I'll show you when you get here. It's all real smooth, but it does kind of look like suede or something, but it's real smooth. It doesn't feel, at least it doesn't feel fuzzy to me. Sometimes this comes off easy and sometimes it bites you. I think I want this for a page. Gotta find my can. I moved my trash can a little bit. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm going to iron this, and then this will be a page to add to my book. Look at this. And I have, I guess I would think I'm not alone. I would think most of us have even just a mental bucket list of different things like you want to do. So I have a farm journal on that list in my head, my yellow journal, the fabric journal, I don't have them written down anywhere, which I should, I guess, but I don't. And so every time I see any kind of farm related, I'm just not I think it's the naked thumb throwing me off here. There we go. I try to get it. Now, you could really, or I could really, trim some of these out. Look, this one would trim out pretty nicely. It's got a little bit of a star down there, but you could cover that up with something else. And then I could put some of these on, just one or two. So I might do that. I hope you don't mind me doing this. I am not really working on anything. So here's some more of that coupe. That might be a nice page, huh? I have two of these. And in fact, I probably have more in my stash. Did you ever buy something and you like it, and then you're going through your stash and you have two or three of them, and then you realize you keep buying the same darn thing because I guess you like it so much? See, here's some more. Definitely farm-ish, but I like the background with the script. Look at this beauty. Look at this handsome dude. I love these colors. I don't know if I want to cut that apart though. And there's this with the cow and the pig and the rooster, a farm stack. Look at this. This is cute too. Oh, look, there's a couple pieces. So I'm just looking for things that I like, even if I just stick a little bit of it in. And really, Gail? Yeah, that's true, Kel. Definitely. So I think I'll put this little piece aside because see, I can cut out these little and do similar to what Pearl did here, and then I can just glue them or stitch them on my page. But Kel's exactly right. These would look great on that. So, all right. So making a page, and then these little cutouts, cloth cutouts, are going to go on some of those pages. They might go on other pages too. And then you can get all this kind of stuff from not just Pearl. A lot of the girls sell it, but Pearl stuff is really magnificent stuff, really. And this is has a really cool feel to it. This would be a cool cover just in and of itself. I know Kathy Cowell sent me a bunch of stuff too. I would like to look through that as well. Somebody said to me the other day, I think it was Laura, it's your channel, do what you want. So, I think I will. I think I will. This is still more lace and stuff from Pearl. See, a lot of Pearl stuff is old. Some of it's not. But see, I might like to have a little bit of that in there. Oh, this is pretty. See, this is why the stacks just keep getting higher and higher. This is a little bit of a stretch to it. A little bit of a give. Look, I like how the top is. Look, almost looks like I don't know, like a little rail or a little fence, like a railing around a lighthouse to me. And then she's got all these little spools of different lace and trim. This stuff is always a little more expensive. This is really mini, little mini stuff. I don't have a lot of mini stuff. I'm not really in the screen too well. I don't know if you can see it too well. Look how shaky my left hand is today. Just never know how shaky it's going to be. All right, let me grab the CalicoKate bag. I just saw it. That probably turns off. Might turn off. I haven't looked in here for a while, so I'm not sure. I know she said she was going to, and she did send me some of this thin. Oh yeah, see this is this. That's going in. That's too large. You know, it might be better if I just dump this and then put it back in the bag. She's too good to me. Look at all this yummy stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. Now I could do some slow stitching in my fabric book too, you know. Oh, that's definitely a possibility. This is so soft. Oh, look at this. Yeah, see, I'm going to cut a piece of this and put that on a page. Definitely. That can go on a page. Maybe I just will map some of this out and pin it on pages. And then when I'm sitting and watching the Phillies lose, you know, I could be stitching. That's an idea, huh? This looks like somebody crochet up. It's coming apart. Hold on. This looks like a granny square. It's gone rogue. I'll just pull that a little bit. Okay. Oh, yummy. See, I love all this. This is what I'm hoping to find in person one day. If I ever go to a yard sale or Goodwill, I'm probably not going to find it. But it's not real heavy duty, but it's just old, you know, and it might have a worn spot here or there. This is the kind of thing I've always got my eye open to find in person. Now, she sent it to me, and that's wonderful, and I love it. But I would be so tickled to find it. Oh, look at that pretty piece. Wouldn't that go on that green fabric? Yes, yummy. And black. Some more of that. This is a yummy color. That looks like the color my girls wore on my wedding. Aubergine. I think they call this gimp. Some black gimp. I have gold in this somewhere. This is so soft and wonderful. I did thank Kathy for this bag of yummy, yummy goodness. Look, she even sent me some beads to go with this thin cording stuff. All different kinds of trims. Now let's not overlook this. This might kind of be fun somewhere. Let's hold those aside. There's a little bit. And this I'm probably going to take off. Lori, Jean just called me and asked for some help with another bag pattern. I'm going to watch while get. Oh, honey, don't worry about that. Yeah, no, don't be distracted. You pay attention to what you have to. Hey, Ange, what you have to do. I'll talk to you later. Okay. I didn't realize you were such a sewer, Kel. Maybe you can help me. Okay, so that's really pretty. Isn't that like a coral color? So this is a sit in front of the TV job. And I asked, I said to Jacqueline, I wonder how Angie's sale went. And she said you were a little disappointed. So I don't want to really bring that up, but I do want you to know I was interested and wondering how you did. So I don't know, you may not feel like talking about it, but I just wanted to check in on you to see, wouldn't that be, that would be nice. I could use that to make like a cluster in there. Angie was preparing for a local show. Look how pretty this is. Black. Now this might be cute, like just a little piece of it on a page in my book. I can't tell if that's, see, these are like loops. I don't think that's tatting. But I think I'll take a little piece of that and add it on. Look at this cool stuff. It's like it's eyelash stuff. I don't know if they call it, I don't know, open work. I don't know what they call all that stuff. This might have been some of, like, from her grandmother's, her husband's grandmother's stuff. Beautiful. This is real ruffly and tight. I think I could probably oh yes, see, oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let's have a little snip. Let's have a little snip. More black. Look how pretty this is. I guess you would just hand stitch that down, right? Well, here's some more of that quilted stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this so much. I can't even tell you. I can't wait to be putting this on journals. I took out a piece of that. Got a piece of that waiting. It's all so soft. Look, she sent me little sequins. She's very thoughtful. Angie says, Lord, it was, I only made $12, so I made my 10 back. Well, that's good from the setup fee and $2. Jacqueline laughed at me because I told her I was going to start selling. That is funny. It's good to keep your sense of humor. Now, just by way of hopefully encouragement, just keep in mind that when the next sale comes up, you have your inventory already, so you don't have to go crazy, with making stuff. So that's a plus, right? And, this is a hard time of year to sell, because we're not really close to the holidays yet and all that jazz. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Look, Kat sent me some of her treasures. Some of her already made stuff. Some of this is going to go in my book. Yeah, let's put that in. She's so good at this cluster thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. This reminds me of a little like a little Scottish. Oh look. Oh yes, I love this. How can I? Yeah, that's going in for sure. Hey Brenda, good morning. Nice to see you. That's good, Anne. Just keep busy. It'll all sell eventually. Gosh, this stuff is so cute. Definitely closer towards, oh boy, look how pretty that piece is. That's hard. Hey, Laura, were your ears burning? I was talking about you. Okay, let me try this. Look how wonderful that piece is. I think that would go on a page that will look really cute with the roosters and stuff. Oh my gosh, these are so yummy. So yummy. Let's see, I've been on a little while now. How many of you are here? Only at 15. Okay, let me find something flat. And how about I do a giveaway and I send a couple of these to some lucky winner. Isn't that cute? Look, this is a cute one. We'll do that one. A lot of people like purple. I'm looking for things that will mail flat. So let's do those. These are made by Calico Kate. If you haven't checked out her channel, you need, oh, look how, see, that would be too thick. You need to do it. Oh, these are so cool. Oh, look at this. Oh, look how cute that is. See, now I don't know, should I include, because these are both have the same kind of coloring. I could put this in a long envelope. Or should I do a couple? Look how cute that is. Look at this one. Well, you just have to look at it as not a hurtful thing. You know, you sell them and you don't sell them. You know, you got to. This is probably not the place to talk about that, Inch, but you know, I know you have some opportunity to sell them. Don't worry about that. You know, it's just life. It's just life. And if you can sell some of them and get rid of some of your inventory, you know, go ahead and do it. Look how pretty this one is. All right, so maybe I should share the wealth, although it might be difficult to do. Okay, let's just do. Okay, let's do 3. All right, so it's just going to be an envelope with this in, right? So we'll do it now. Kel has to leave. Kel's leaving. I don't know if Gail's still here. I can do this. I can do this. I can do it on my own. Okay, so I have this one. This one's little, so we'll put these two together. Oh, this is killing me. Oh, that's a pair of scissors. I thought it was an Eiffel Tower, but it's a pair of scissors. All right, so I've got these 3. So we're going to say, hey, Kathy Whitney. So we're going to say A, B, C. All right. So I'm going to get to my keyboard, which is right under my desk here. It's not hard, Lori. You know, now don't be confused. This is the stuff I'm putting in my book. You're not getting that jazz, okay? So I'm going to put myself in here and I'm going to say go. And you're going to put in a number. Let's do 1 through, let's make it easy, 1 through 25. Okay. And I'm putting that in. So put your numbers in if you'd like to win one of these. All right. And then I'm going to get my phone and I'll draw numbers. You don't have to pick a second time. The way we're going to do it is closest to without going over. And if people have the same number, it's going to be the first person in with that number is going to be the winner. Okay. Kel, if you want, put a number in for Jassy. If you're still here, ask Jassy what number she wants. You could get a number in for her. That's fine. But I just want people that are watching. That may sound mean, but I just think that's a better way to do it. And we know Jassy's watching on the big screen TV. All right, so now let me get to my, and then after this, I'm going to pin some stuff into my book. And then I probably should call it a day. It's almost noon. All right, so I want to go to the interweb. Where do I have that? Right here. And then I want to say, I haven't done this for a while. Random dot Org. I feel like, do you ever feel like you have a hair or something on you? And okay, so remember, if you forgot a second, if there's double numbers, whoever's the first one in with a number is going to be the winner. Because I just can't be involved with all this taking numbers out, put numbers in. And then I can't, the content creator can't get back, can't look, scrolling. Oh, it can be a nightmare. I just want this to be easy peasy. Now, the other thing is going to be, if I don't have your information to send it to you, I can't get it to you. So if you don't cooperate and send me your information, you're not going to get it. I still have a journal I'm holding for somebody. They still have never. All right. So I need to change this to 25. I don't mean to grumble, but it's just crazy. And if you don't want it, that's fine too. Just say, hey, thank you, but I don't want it. Now, I've been holding this for over a year because I feel guilty. I promised it to the person. All right. So now that I'm done ranting and raving about that, everybody in that wants to be in for these wonderful little gems from our dear Calico Kate, she will be thrilled that I'm sharing, I'm sure. So I'm going to get my mouse back in there and I'm going to say stop and do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The stop is in. Dun, 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 dee. All right. So having the generator 1 through 25, which is what I said, and I'm going to say generate. The first winner is number 10, closest to without going over. Now, this morning I saw some, there we go, I got it. Now, this is always the fun part, finding the winner. All right, number 1 winner is number 10. So Kathy says it's Joyce with number 5, and there Cal is a confirmation. So Joycey, thanks, Gail. Oh, Gail's still here. Thanks, Joycey. Number 5, you A, B, or C, my darling. This has 2. This has this cute little purple one. So now we need to wait till Joyce makes a decision, and then I'm going to go back to my generator. And I'm going to generate another number. Number 1. Ooh. Second winner is number 1. Number 2 winner. Joyce would like B. Okay. Very good. Thank you, sweetie. All right. So I got to make sure I pin this so that little guy does not fall out. Okay. So that's 1. That is a winner. So no one has. Okay, so let's draw again. Thank you. 23. Our second winner will be number 23. Thank you, Gail. So this would be the person with the biggest number. And says Brenda. I see 12, 15, 15, 18, Brenda A. Is everybody in agreement? And Brenda says she'll take A. All right, Brenda, A. And she was number, what'd she say, 18? These are so cute. Wait till you see it in person. So cute. You're welcome. Then we have one more number for this little guy. Let's see if we can get a winner. Generate number 17. And so this is winner number 3, which is number 17. And you don't get a choice, winner number 3. Kellyanne is 15. Joyce is 15. Ange is 14. Jassy is 16. So it looks like it's Jassy. All right, we'll get that to Jassy. And that works good because she couldn't pick anyway because she can't chat. I wish there was a way to chat while you're watching on the big TV. Because sometimes it's nice to be able to see a little better. Okay, so that's cool. I forgot I had those from Kath. See, this is why it's so hard for me to remember. I have all this cool stuff. All right, so now this has to be ironed before I can do anything. I guess you could probably hook up a keyboard that is wireless, maybe, and have it on your lap. But for those of us that don't have a lap, that's could be problematic. Just saying. All right, so this is going to be one of my pages that I can put that back there with my sew machine. And these are the pages I have to work with right now, which is fine. So I don't want everything to go on my dark page because, all right, Cal, have fun. I'll talk to you later. Okay, drive careful. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. See, this is going to look beautiful on a dark fabric. I might have to dig out some other fabric. So let's start at the very beginning. All right, where did I put those clusters? I want this. Oh my gosh, look at this one. I just absolutely love this one. See, this is one of those pins. Oh, Brenda, I may have yours, but it'd be great if you could send it to me again. You can private message me either at paintgirly@gmail. If that's, I can put that in. Or on Paint Girly on Instagram. Are you on Instagram? Yeah, I'm Paint Girly pretty much anywhere. You don't need the big caps. Wait a minute. Paint Girly, if I'm spelling it right, at Gmail. I don't have I think I got it right. Or Paint Girly on Instagram. Brenda, thanks for asking me, honey. Thank you. Look, I tried making some of these flowers. I think I did make a couple for those that crochet. Joyce, you can make these easy. But look at this thread. This variegated thread she had was just yummy. So this is one of those pins that I think like a laundry pin. Yeah, I think I have your address in my email. Now that you say that. So, but see, look, I didn't want to put everything on the green, but look how amazing that looks there. So I'm just going to, because the pin is in there, and I don't want to undo that. I want this all to stay the way it is. I don't really want to glue that. I'm going to stitch it on around the top part of that pin. Now I've got some other pins here. You're welcome, Brenda. I'm not going to fuss around or anything, guys. You know, it's just going to be in an envelope. Just probably by itself. I got to figure out how to get. Oh, I have them on the bulb. Okay. I just want to attach this. So I remember what I'm doing. All right, so this is going to get sewn right here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I forgot, this is my favorite. So excited. I need something for down in there. What, like a little button or something? Wouldn't that be cool? A little button? Okay, let's not get carried away. I have buttons in the drawer, but I can think about that later. All right, so now, see, because these pages are going to be like this. Oh yeah, this I wanted here. So let's pin that on. I'm going to get stuck with these pins. I am sure. I am very, very sure I will get stuck. Laura, look, I used your, this is why, if your ears were burning, I was talking about our meeting and how you brought me some yummy fabric, and I've used some of it to make pages in this journal. Look, maybe a piece of this here. I love this chenille stuff. Kath has sent me a couple pieces of this. So let me get one of my clips. Need to get a baby clip. Now some of this I can stitch on with my machine, but a lot of it will probably be hand stitched. You were? It was so cool. It was so great. So great. All right, so I'm going to trim this. And maybe I want a little bit hanging out. So let's trim it here. That's going back to my little gray shack. I don't know. I don't know why I do that stuff. All right, Laura says she's doing okay. Her right hand is bothering her. She thinks it's carpal tunnel, but she doesn't know other than that. You're coming on today after me, Laura? Yeah, 12:30ish. Is that your time? Hi, Carol. How you be? All right, so I like that. I really could put another cluster. Oh, that looks kind of cool, huh? Let's get a bigger clip for this one. Now, if you're just joining us, this is my fabric journal that I just really started to work on. I got the pages together after Laura and I met, and I just decided I wanted to do this after seeing. Oh, this is a rusty. This was in some. After seeing Janet Nash's little fat fabric journal. So I'm just going through some things, picking out things that I really like and adding them to my journal. Now I have some black stuff too that I want to, oh look, see, look at this yummy piece. See how this is all starting to come together? Look, that might be a little too big, right? I could cut that. But see, look, this goes with that. Now, do I want to flap it over? No, because I have that other stuff on the other. Let's flip to the back of that page. Maybe back here. Oh, you know what, guys? If I sew this on here and then I attach this across the top, that almost looks like a Christmas stocking. Is anybody else seeing that? I could stitch all the way around. Okay, I'm getting so excited. I could stitch all the way around, and then I could put my pins on this. Some of my pins, and then you won't. Hold on, I gotta get them. Hold on. Laura's not coming on until 12:30. I still have a little time. I don't have a time. I'm pretty sure I still know where these are. And unless I have done something crazy and moved them, which I don't think I did, because I'm constantly moving stuff. What can I tell you? I'm a work in progress. Well, the thing of it is, I don't think I moved them, but I might have buried them. I might have put stuff in front of the drawer they're in. Now that's kind of a busy background. Busy background. I know something else that happened. My mother and I, oh my gosh, this was years ago. There was a store in one of the malls. I don't even remember the store, but it was Christmas time. We were Christmas shopping. And when you purchased a certain amount, I think $50, they had a little dish sitting by the cash register. You could pick a pin, and it was one of these a little button pin. Like, well, no, the kind that just slides. I probably have it in here. I could show you. And you could pick it. You could pick one. And my mom said, "Do you want this?" "I don't want it." And I'm like, "Yeah, heck yeah." So that started my interest in collecting all these little doodads. Half of them I wouldn't even know what they mean. I was like, oh look, see, I have to have that. My girlfriend Kathy Riley, what's her name now? Kathy Riley. Oh my goodness. For years she was just, some people you never say just their first name, you always say their first and last name. That's my friend Kathy Riley. Kathy Riley Atkins. She and I went to a yarn convention in Connecticut, and we sat and we knitted on the world's biggest sock. So then we got a button. So I've got, several of these kind, which I'm not going to get all those out, right? And then there's things like this, that end up in a package from Goodwill. You buy a package of something. Look at this one. How cute is that? That's just a regular pin. And then I have several of these. Apparently the Red Cross was giving these out. This guy, compliments of the state of Alaska, a little walrus. I mean, they're just so darling. Some of them are just so darling. Look at this little guy. See, he's got that kind of a... These are people holding hands, little kids holding hands. Okay, Gail, have a great day. I just saw Gail's message. What is Anne saying? Shh, don't read it out loud. I found... Okay, Ange. Thanks for the warning. Look, here's a little old-timey car. A small shop. Some of them, I'm sure, I don't even know what they mean. I know they're like this. Trek USA. I know I picked up one in France. No, it was Germany maybe. No, maybe that was France. When we went to the thrift shop, I've got it. Oh, I know. I picked up a couple, but I think one of them got lost in travel. Agriculture, Keep New Jersey. That might be fun to put on there. Trying to look for some that are more solid. I have no idea what this means. Hopefully it's nothing bad. Trek is oh, thanks, Laura. And some of them are grody and they're just not, cool, but I just threw them in. Look, a little apple. Our daughter's a school teacher. Oh, here we go. New York Sheep and Wool Festival 2018. Oh my gosh, that was a good time. Okay, so and I've got a couple boxes with all different kinds of things in this drawer. But what I was saying earlier is I don't want to attach these onto one of my pages and then be able to see this part on the back side of it. So if I do this and I attach the pins on something like this, I'll be able to get them off, but I'll also be able to display them, or at least some of them, on a couple pages in my book. I'm loving that idea. So this is going to go on this page. I love it. Love, love, love it. And I'm going to use the clip from the other page. Let me get another one. I've got tons of them. So I know where I want to stitch. Now, like I said, this is probably going to go on with machine stitching. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Yeah. So this I'm going to stitch around here first, like a little zigzag. Give this a little more stability, maybe. Oh, I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that page. So I've already put some stuff on here. What else did I find that I wanted to put on? Oh, I'm going to make a page out of this. And then I'm going to trim out some of these things to put on some of these pages. So this can go with my other page. So that's 2 pages. Oh, did you remember to take her?
Yeah, she's back.
She's back?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, time flies when you're out. What's my time look like? Okay.
He said to bring her early.
Oh, okay.
I told you I was leaving, but she didn't hear me.
No, I don't hear anything. Cool. How's she look?
I
can't see her.
10 pounds lighter.
Yeah. She smells good. Oh, she looks cute. Pooch had a hair appointment this morning. Okay, Brenda's got to go do some adulting. It's been good watch. Thanks for coming in. Oh, you're welcome, Brenda. All right, so I need to skedaddle too, because you need to get a chance to get something to drink and maybe some lunch, because Laura's coming on at 12:30, and I can sit here and fuss around while I'm watching Laura. And so I've got a nice start. Now this is kind of a crazy page here, right? So I need to find something. And I think I'm going to go with the inside that I had chosen. So I need to do that. Oh, this is going to be looking good. Look, see, now that would be great on there, Rolling Sheep. The thing I don't like about this page is a lot of the prettiness is being lost in the spine area. I might have to rethink that. I might have to do an extension. And I think this was longer, but maybe I should do that. You know? Okay, Ange. I think that's better. So I can see that prettiness there. And then this I could fold in and then repin my stuff there. Let's just do that. So hopefully I remember. I could have a short page, right? It's my book. It's my book. I can do what I wanna. Do what I wanna. Okay, so see, look at this. But I need a solid page. I could put it on the inside cover too. Let's not forget about that. Okay, I gotta stop yapping. All right, so Laura's coming on at 12:30. If this is the third Thursday, Jamie comes on the third Thursdays of every month. APG Jamie. And I think Beth is on tonight. Is this a Beth night, Thursday night? Not sure. Don't remember. Okay. Angie's going to go get an Angie nap. I'm going to grab some lunch and then be fussing around my desk. I've got so much in the other room to fuss over too. So I've got plenty to do to keep me busy. So let's see. Who are my winners? Where did I put them? Jassy, I know I have her address. I don't think she's moved. Brenda, I've got hers. And Joyce, I've got Joyce. I'm good. All right. Thanks for watching. And I will see you the next time. Next time I'm live, it will be Sunday at noon. Sunday, 12 noon Eastern. So hope to see you then. Until then, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Bye-bye for now. Bye, Laura. Have a good stream. I'll see you there.